Everything the Old Testament says about the glory of God. Israel saw the glory of God when he gave them manna. The glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud, and the Lord spoke to Moses about wilderness provision. The glory of the Lord was a cloud on Mount Sinai, and like a devouring fire on top of the mountain. Burnt offerings are sanctified by God's glory. Moses asked to see God's glory. The Lord allowed him to see his goodness and glory while he was in the cleft of a rock, with God's hand covering him. The glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle as the cloud covered the tabernacle, but Moses could not enter. When the sacrifice was made, the glory of the Lord appeared to Aaron and the Israelites. The glory of the Lord appeared to stop the stoning of Joshua and Caleb when they brought back a positive report of Canaan. As truly as God lives, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord. None of those who saw God's glory in the wilderness were able to enter the promised land, except Joshua and Caleb, who had a different spirit and followed God fully. The glory of the Lord appeared to the congregation at the tent of meeting. The glory of the Lord appeared when the grumbling Israelites were about to be judged. It appeared when Moses and Aaron went to the tabernacle, asking God for water. The Lord showed his glory and greatness, and his voice was heard in the fire, which scared the Israelites as they chose Moses to mediate. When the Ark of the Covenant was captured, and Phinehas was killed by the Philistines, and Eli died upon hearing the news, the wife of Phinehas named her son Ichabod, which means, "The glory has departed from Israel." Solomon, upon bringing the ark to the temple, recounted how the priests in the wilderness could not stand to minister when the cloud came, because the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. David said, "Declare God's glory among the nations, declare his marvelous works among all the people." After Solomon prayed and dedicated the temple, fire came down from heaven and consumed the offering, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. The priests couldn't enter because of the glory, and the people bowed down and worshiped God. God's name is majestic, and he set his glory above the heavens. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky proclaims his handiwork. The Lord Almighty, the Lord of hosts, is the King of glory. David said, "I love the habitation of your house, and the place where your glory dwells." The God of glory thunders over mighty waters. David said, "Be exalted above the heavens, O God. Let your glory be over all the earth." David looked upon God in the sanctuary, beholding God's power and glory. The heavens proclaim God's righteousness, and the people behold his glory. The nations will fear the name of the Lord, and the kings of earth will fear his glory. The Lord builds up Zion and will appear in his glory. May the glory of the Lord endure forever. May the Lord rejoice in his works. The kings of the earth shall give thanks and sing of the ways of the Lord, because God's glory is great. The saints will bless the Lord and speak of the glory of his kingdom and tell of his power, making known God's mighty deeds and glorious splendor. God's glory is above the earth and heaven. The Lord will create a canopy over the glory on Mount Zion, and a cloud by day and a fire by night, after having washed the filth and stains from Zion and Jerusalem by a spirit of judgment and a spirit of burning. Seraphim sang, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory." Under God's glory a fire will burn, and Israel will become a fire, and his Holy One a flame that will burn the thorns and briars in one day. A day will come where the powers of heaven and the kings of earth will be punished, and they will be imprisoned. The Lord will reign from Zion, and his glory will be before his elders. When the voice cries in the wilderness, making straight the way of the Lord, the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. After a proper fast of giving to the hungry and helping the poor, your light will break forth, healing will come quickly, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. God's enemies will fear his name from the west, and his glory from the east. He will come like a rushing stream that the wind of the Lord drives. To Israel, arise and shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord has risen upon you. The earth will be covered with darkness, but the Lord's glory will arise on you, and nations will come to its light. God foresaw a time where he would gather all nations and tongues, and they would come and see his glory. He will set a sign among them, and send people to the nations who have not seen his glory, and will proclaim it. Ezekiel saw the brightness of the glory of the Lord, and it was like a rainbow all around. When the glory of the Lord arose, Ezekiel witnessed an earthquake. Ezekiel met the Lord in the valley, and the glory of the Lord stood there, like the glory he had seen before. He fell on his face, and the Spirit of God entered him and set him up and spoke to him. When the glory of the Lord was there, God spoke to Ezekiel. In Ezekiel's vision, the glory of the Lord rested on a cherub and commanded angels to enforce judgment. Ezekiel saw the glory of the Lord moving from the cherubim, filling the house with a cloud. The court was then filled with the brightness of the glory, and he saw it resting in the city and on a mountain. God showed his glory when his people seized the spoil of those who despoiled them and plundered those who plundered them. God will set his glory among the nations, and all the nations will see the judgment he has executed. In Ezekiel's vision, the glory of the Lord came with the sound of many waters, and the earth shone with his glory, and the glory filled the temple. The earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. In Zechariah's vision, God will be the wall of fire around Jerusalem, and he will be the glory in her midst. God's glory sent Zechariah to speak against the nations who plundered his people, because whoever touches them touches the apple of his eye.